Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer slash football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's prediction video will be for April 17th, and I have a 4-game slate for you guys. This will be for the UEFA Europa League. Like always, we'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. We'll talk about the total, and then I'll give you my predictions. But first, we gotta talk about it. Baby. I did not hit 100%. Unfortunately, again. Oh man. Real Madrid. What can I say about Real Madrid? All I can say is they're out and Barca is still in. Let's go. I knew Inter and Bayern were gonna tie. I just did not pull the trigger on that. But I did hit Newcastle 5-0. Oh my God. Newcastle is on top of the world right now. Anyways, that's basically what happened. Arsenal ended up beating Real Madrid 2-1. And Inter Milan, which was surprising. I did not expect Inter Milan to beat Bayern. But due to the injuries from Bayern Munich, they did not end up winning. So anyways, let's get straight into the predictions. All right, first on the list, we have Athletic Club versus Rangers. Athletic Club at home with one injured player and one questionable. Rangers on the road with no injured players. The total sitting at 3, and as far as team total points, sitting at 2.5 for Athletic Club and 0.5 for Rangers. Now, Rangers have covered this 0.5 3 out of their 5 most recent hit. Their most recent game, they did cover this, which was versus Aberdeen and the Scottish Premier. But between these two teams, the most recent game, nobody scored. It was a tie 0-0, really boring game. This time around, I don't see how Athletic Club is going to cover this 2.5. They're sitting at 2.5. I don't see. They've only been able to do this once in their 5 most recent games. Between these two teams, nobody scores. So I think the best bet here would most likely be total points under 3 or Rangers covering this 0.5. Like I said, they've covered this 3 out of their 5 most recent games. But I mean, I don't see how they won't even score a goal. They have no injured players. I don't know if they'll go twice in a row without scoring. Highly unlikely, but I think to me the best outcome or the best prediction for this will be total points under 3. 5 most recent games from Athletic Club. 2 of those games they were able to score. That means 3 games Athletic Club did not score at all. I don't see how this is going to go over 3 if they can't even get a goal going. I know their most recent game was 3-1, and they ended up making those 3 goals. But how do you go 3 games in a row without scoring a goal, right? I don't know. I'm going to have to say total points under 3. That's just, to me, the best outcome here. And as far as a win, I'm going to say maybe Athletic Club ends up winning here. They are home. They do have the advantage, but I will not be surprised if this ends up as a tie. Like, I feel I want to lean more to the tie than Athletic Club at this point. But I probably won't do this bet as far as a win. But if I do bet this game, it would be total points under 3. All right, on to the next game. I have Frankfurt versus Tottenham. Frankfurt at home with 4 questionable players. Tottenham with 2 injured players. Total sitting at 3. As far as the team total points, sitting at 1.5 for both these 2 teams. Now, these teams have gone head-to-head before 3 times. Out of those 3 times, it has only gone over 3 once. The other 2 games, it did not go over. Not only that, they tied. So the most recent was a tie. I feel like this either Frankfurt wins or this is a tie, right? 5 most recent games from Frankfurt, 3 wins, 1 L, 1 draw. Tottenham, with only 1 win in their 5 most recent games, 3 L's and 1 draw. I'm going to have to say Frankfurt winning here, but this is going to be a tough one, guys. It's going to be a tough one. So I'm probably not going to pick, or I'm probably not going to do a straight win for this game because these games are just way too risky. I'm going to be honest with you. They're way too risky. And if I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not going to bet it. Like, there's just no point. But if I had to, I would go with Frankfurt to win here. They are at home. They got that advantage. At home, the 2 most recent home games from Frankfurt, they won. So I see this happening for Frankfurt. Tottenham on the road, their 3 most recent road games, L's. Right? So, yeah, I'm going to have to say either a tie or Frankfurt to win here. But if I was to do points, which I think most likely I might do, would be total points under 3. Like I said, they've only been able to cover this once in their 3 most recent head-to-head. So I think that's probably the best bet here. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Okay, on to the next game. We have Lazio versus Bodo Glimt. Oh boy. I don't know why Lazio's favorite. Well, I know why. They're at home. They got that advantage. But their 2 most recent home games from Lazio, ties. So I don't see how this is going to happen. Bodo Glimt on the road, their 2 most recent games on the road, they lost 1 and won 1. They got 4 wins in their 5 most recent games, 1 L. Lazio with only 1 win in their 5 most recent games, 2 L's and 2 draws. So I don't see Lazio doing this. Their most recent game, they didn't even score. So 2.5 is wild. Absolute wild. I don't see how they're doing. They might do 1 or 2. It's not going over 2. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you this is not going over 2. So give me under points, 2.5 for Lazio, or probably the best bet here as far as points would be Bodo Glimt over 0.5. I don't know why they're at 0.5. They've been covering this 0.5 out of their 5 most recent games. They've covered this. Between these 2 teams, they've covered this. So yeah, I don't see what's going on. Lazio, their 5 most recent games have not been able to cover this 2.5. So I don't know where they're getting this, but you might want to take advantage of this right now if it's still there. Bodo Glimt over 0.5 or Lazio under 2.5. As far as a win, I'm going to have to go with a tie. Their most recent game was 2-0, Bodo winning. This is the second leg. I don't see Bodo going all out, but I don't see them cutting back either. So I feel like this could be a maybe 2-2 or 1-1. But yeah, even if this is a 2-1, I don't see this going over 2.5 for Lazio or either total points 3. So, but yeah, give me Lazio under 2.5 or Bodo over 0.5. As far as a win, I'm going to have to go with Bodo. They're just the better team, it seems like. Their most recent game, Bodo did win. So, or a tie. But yeah, I don't see Lazio doing anything here. They haven't been all that good. So, alright, on to the last prediction game of the video, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Put the hashtag down right with my bet down in the comments. Let me know what you got. I'll pick a lucky comment. I'll give you guys a shout out. If you win, I'll continue to ride with you. If you don't, I'll pick a new comment. So here we go. Manchester United versus Lyon. Manchester United at home with 4 injured players, 2 questionable. Lyon on the road with 3 injured players and 1 questionable. Manchester United have not been all that great. They only got 1 win in their 5 most recent game, and that win was against a team that's all the way in the bottom of the Premier League. So I don't see them beating Lyon. Lyon, 3 wins. 1 draw, and 1 L. Now, the only thing that holds me back a little bit on the Lyon win is the fact that they have not been able to beat Manchester United in their 5 most recent head-to-head. 2 draws and 3 wins for Manchester United. So, and since Manchester United are at home, they got that advantage. Not only that, their 3 most recent home games for Manchester United, they won all 3 of those games. But like I mentioned, Manchester United, not all that great, right? 4 injured players, 2 questionable. I don't see how they're going to get a victory here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they end up winning, finally getting their first win. But I'm going to go with either a tie in this game, have them go to penalties, or Lyon finally gets that win. I think the best bet for this game is Lyon over 0.5. They've covered this 0.55 out of their 5 most recent games. Their most recent games between these 2 teams, they cover this 0.5. So I don't see how they're at 0.5 to begin with. So I'm going to have to say either total points under 3 or Lyon just to cover this 0.5. To me, that's probably what I'm going to end up betting is Lyon over 0.5. And as far as the win, I'm going to have to say Lyon. They're finally going to get their first dub, but that's a little bit more on the risky side. I don't know if I'll have the cojones to pull the trigger on that, but for sure I'm putting Lyon to cover this 0.5. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make the right picks. I hope you guys end up winning, but most of all, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.